Hi, this is Derek Naylor with Storage Marketing Solutions. Welcome to part 3 of our internet marketing overview for self-storage operators. So what I want to talk about today is tracking your internet marketing efforts to make sure that the investment that you're making and your efforts are paying off. Before we get into that, I just want to give you a really quick overview. Right up here is pay-per-click advertising, where you pay every time somebody clicks on your ad. Over here is also pay-per-click advertising, where you pay if somebody clicks on your ad. You can get up there fairly quickly, but you can waste a lot of money if you don't know what you're doing. And right here is organic search engine optimization rankings right here. So if you're good at that, this is where you want to be. And since most people, when they are looking for a local product or service, start with a search engine, it's very important to be on the first page and capture their interest based on the keywords and your local market. So right here we've typed in storage unit Salt Lake City. If you operate a storage facility in Salt Lake City, then you should be on this first page, whether in the pay-per-click zone or in the organic rankings. You should be on the first page in this day and age, as 25 to 35% of your new business should come from the internet. So now that we've done that, I want to give another quick overview of what we do next. In part 2 of this series, we talked about landing pages and the importance of taking people, when they click on your ads on the search engines, to a page that is optimized to convert them into a rental. It doesn't matter how many people you drive to your web page. If none of them convert into rentals, or not enough convert into rentals, it's not worth your time and money that you've invested to do that. So we went over the important things to consider on landing pages, giving people lots of ways to respond and hitting their emotional hot buttons, and creating automated follow-up and incentive for people to respond, and some of the common mistakes there. So today what I want to talk about is tracking your efforts, and it's actually quite easy to do. A lot of people think that tracking your efforts on the internet is very hard, and I want to show you today a system that makes it very easy and scientific. So if you remember, we clicked on a landing page. It was this one right here that we clicked on, and we walked you through that. I want to just point out a few things that we have here built in to help you track. Number one is we have a unique activation code, or code right here. Seattle 54 happens to be this code, but these codes are dynamically generated based on the search engine that the consumer uses and the keywords that they use and the ad that you're running. So that way, if this code is input into your tracking system, then you know which search engines are bringing you the most business, which keywords are bringing you the most business, and so forth. And we have that populated. We have it here. If they give you a phone call, we're telling them to mention the code, and if you train your staff to ask for it, it helps as well. Right here, if they submit a form, it's automatically populated, and if they click on the coupon, which I'll show you in a minute, that code is there. So no matter how this person responds, you will know where they came from, and you can track them back to the investment that you made. So that's very important. We also mentioned right here that this phone number is a tracking phone number, so you'll know exactly how many phone calls you get from your website. That combined with this activation code will give you very, very scientific results for how it's working. What I want to do now is show you the sample coupon that we use. So if people bring this into your facility, since a lot of people like to walk in and take a tour rather than just call, and they hand this coupon to your staff, here is that activation code again, so you'll know that where they came from. So I'm going to go ahead and close out of that and show you the tracking portal that you can use to measure your results. So we have Google Organic, Google Pay-Per-Click, which is PPC, MSN Organic, MSN Pay-Per-Click, other sources, Yahoo Organic, and Yahoo Pay-Per-Click, which altogether covers most of the search engine traffic on the internet, probably 90 to 95%. So what we have here is, obviously you can tell how well each one of these mediums are working for you. If you go down here, you can look at click-throughs. Click-throughs are simply how many people clicked on your ad and went to your landing page. We have a total of 227, and then it's broken down based on Google, MSN, and Yahoo, and pay-per-click and organic, so you can see that. And these are just how many people click through to your page. It's not how many people call or actually rent a unit. Total responses are a combination of people who have filled out the contact form and requested a quote, and people who have redeemed a coupon and people who have printed out directions on from your map. So that's where the total responses comes from, and you can see here that Google pay-per-click has given us a majority of our responses, and then next in line would be the other sources column, which would be a lot of the Google Maps and so forth like that. But we have it broken down very scientifically, so we know exactly how many people are responding for each of your efforts. Right here, the coupons redeemed is a very important number because this actually tells us how many people have rented from your efforts. So out of 27 total responses, you've had 12 people that have actually rented a unit. And the way that we do that is, again, with those coupon and activation codes. When you use this system, you'll be given a unique username and login to this, and your staff goes to this page here, enters in the coupon code, clicks add, and then it goes in and you can then track that. So what we do then is we take how much money you're spending on each one of these efforts and we divide it by the total number of rentals that you've got, and then we can establish a cost per rental, which should be anywhere from $75 to $120. Sometimes it's lower, sometimes it's higher, but on average that's a good number to aim towards. So that's how we track that portion. Now, another thing I want to show you is the phone call tracking portal that we use. So you can not only use this for your internet marketing, but you can use it for your Yellow Pages, direct mail, or any type of marketing that you do. You should be tracking how many phone calls come in from that, as well as using an activation code system. So if you remember a little bit back, I showed you that we had a unique tracking phone number. That unique tracking phone number will tell you how many phone calls you get. It still rings to your facility or to your cell phone. We can tell it where we want it to ring, but it just goes through this software so we can track things. We capture caller ID information. This is demo data, so this isn't real, but we capture caller ID information. We capture what days of the week you get the most calls. We capture the time of day you get the most calls, so you can make sure that you're staffed properly. And we can also map each call, and it's integrated with Google Maps. So you can see here, we can click on, right here is where this call came from. If you click on that, it gives the date and the time and their phone number off the caller ID. We can even integrate with the satellite, Google Earth satellite, and we can zoom all the way down in, if you can see this. We can zoom all the way down in and look exactly where that call came from. So it looks like we've got the cross streets of Cole Avenue and Oliver Avenue, and this person, someone from this building right here, is who responded to your internet marketing efforts or whatever we happen to be tracking. Pretty dang cool and scientific. So what you do then is you click on this button here, which will give you a map of, this is a regional operation here, but you can see where a majority of your calls come from. And again, if we do the satellite option, we can zoom down in and get even closer and see where a majority of your calls are coming from, and it becomes a very, very useful tool. So what I want to do now is show you another feature that this has, which is important, and it's this audio button. If you click on this audio button here, this dialog pops up and you can actually listen to the phone call. You won't be able to hear it with the speakers right now, but this is the actual phone call that came in, so you can listen to it for training purposes. You can download it in MP3 format and share it for training purposes, and you can even enter notes here and save those notes based on the calls. So, and we have a number of different options. We can put this on all of your media. But anyway, it gets this scientific. Between this and the analytics portal, you can determine exactly how many people called from your internet marketing. You can determine how many people clicked through. You can determine how many people actually rented a unit. You can train your staff on how to answer the phone better. You can see what time of day they're calling, and it gets very, very good for you to track your internet marketing efforts. So this concludes our 3-part series on internet marketing for self-storage operators. I hope you found it helpful. I know a lot of the information has been basic if you're a little bit more advanced, but still it's hopefully helpful. So you've got to get ranked on the first page for your keywords in your city, and you have to take them to a good landing page, and you have to track the results very scientifically. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to give us a call, and thanks for watching.